He was the biggest rock star in the world with a secret wife and baby at home. Here's what it was like for Cynthia at the start of Beatlemania. John and Cynthia got married in 1962 as a result of a surprise pregnancy. Beatles manager Brian Epstein knew that the Beatles could be the biggest band in the world, and he understood that a key part of their appeal was that they were hot. In her memoir, Cynthia said, "Brian thought it would be better if all girlfriends kept a low profile. I didn't mind because they had no interest in the limelight. As long as I could be with John, I was content to stay in the shadows." Well, buckle up, Cynthia, because those shadows are about to eat you alive. Their wedding was thrown together pretty fast with no flowers, no reception, no big wedding dress, and on the night of their wedding, John had to go play a gig, so they didn't even spend their wedding night together. While the Beatles were experiencing their meteoric rise, Cynthia was alone in Liverpool, pregnant, forced to keep her relationship a secret, isolated from her old friends. Many of their old friends didn't even know that they had gotten married and that Cynthia was pregnant. She was living with John's aunt, who by all accounts didn't like her and made her life much worse. John was out of town when Cynthia gave birth, and he didn't meet his son until 2 days later. Now, you can argue that this was a different time and men really weren't involved in the birth process, but Beatles manager Brian Epstein had set aside some time for the boys to have a vacation at the end of April. This was just a few weeks after John's son had been born. Did John spend that time with his wife and his new son that he had barely seen? No, he spent that time in Spain on a vacation with Brian Epstein. I'm not going to speculate on the nature of this trip or their relationship. You can find plenty of that online elsewhere. Cynthia wasn't publicly acknowledged until a year after Julian's birth, with the famous chyron on Ed Sullivan, "Sorry girls, he's married."